أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
ولو أنهم صبروا حتى تخرج إليهم لكان خيرا لهم والله غفور رحيم.
And if they had been patient until you could come out to them, it would have been better for them. Allah is forgiving and merciful. The people who in the blessed time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, had received training in Islamic etiquette and manners under the Prophet, peace be upon him, himself had a full regard for his person. They fully realized how busy he remained in performing the mission entrusted to him by Allah. They also understood well that during those tiresome activities he must necessarily have some time for rest, time for his important occupations, and also time for attending to his domestic affairs. Therefore, they would come to visit him only at the time when he was available outside his house, and if ever they did not find him outside his living quarters among his companions, they would sit and await his emergence and would avoid giving him the trouble of coming out of his house unless there was a special need for it. But many a time it so happened that the people from far-flung areas, who had had no opportunity to receive training in good manners, would come to visit the Prophet, peace be upon him, with the idea that the one who invited others to Allah and was working for the reformation of the people had no right to have rest at any time, and they had the right to visit and see him any time they pleased in the day or night, and it was his duty that whenever they happened to arrive, he should be ready to receive them. Some of these people who came to see the Prophet, peace be upon him, from different parts of Arabia, were so uncouth and impolite that they would not take the trouble to inform him of their arrival through some attendant, but would start shouting from outside the apartments of his wives to call him out. Several such incidents have been reported by the companions in the Hadith. This sort of behavior troubled him much, but he was tolerant on account of his natural clemency. At last, Allah had to intervene, who reproved the people for their uncivilized behavior, and gave this instruction: whenever they came to see the Prophet, peace be upon him, and did not find him, they should wait for him patiently until he came out to them himself, instead of shouting to call him out from the house. The verse emphasizes the importance of patience and trust in divine timing. It suggests that had people waited patiently for guidance and the right moment, it would have been more beneficial for them. The verse also highlights the compassionate and forgiving nature of Allah, implying that even when people act impulsively or impatiently, there is still room for forgiveness and mercy from the divine. This perspective encourages patience, trust in divine wisdom, and reassures believers of Allah's enduring mercy and forgiveness.